Leonid Li looks at well, it happens. Leonid Li looks at the ways of upbringing from a completely different perspective and share his opinion with you. Please welcome.
So, hello everyone, and I have been thinking about the process of upbringing from my childhood, and there are many reasons why I chosen this topic, but main ones lies in the fact that I went through this process. And I'm aware that every parent's asking the questions again and again as, what should I do that my children became a successful person and have some achievement in this sphere that they want or like. But behavior their child, they face with the problem like manipulation, overly care, lack of care, shouting, screaming and hitting, no individualism and problem with electronic devices. So, majority of parents don't take into consideration the way how they control and manipulate their children. They manipulate such words as, why aren't you as good as your friend, or why aren't you not obedient, or why aren't you do what I have told you. And this kind of word, parents have a big damage for the psychological condition of the children. And parents should to analyze every words what they want to say. And the emotion shouldn't be a cause of the problem. Overly care. Так. So, okay. Lack of care. Nowadays, it's not unusual that both of parents always stay at work and overload their work. And however, the children always stayed at home alone without parents' attention. It have good effects on the children because in the earlier ages, he became more independently and more responsibility. But from the other hand, it have a negative effect for the psychological condition of the children, because the parents don't give enough time and don't give enough attention to the children. Parents should to spend more time with the children, that consequently in the future create a close relationship between children and parents. Problem with electronic devices, parents think the root of this problem is electronic devices, and they believe that it's a bad habit. But I want to say that what parents did was when they overload their work and your child starts to distract your attention. You say you can play the computer games, laptop or phone. And this kind of words in the future you create a problem with electronic devices. But instead of this, you may purchase a various type of activities, creativity. This consequently can boost child's creativity. Also, shouting, screaming and hitting, it's some reflection when parents cannot explain as a verbal approach. They don't control their emotion and start screaming, shouting and even hitting the child. But trust me that the verbal method is working. But it's work when you use it in a proper way. Overly care, it's when children don't live an independent life and parents always do and solve whole problems without child. Consequently, in the future, it have a big problem for both sides, for children especially, because when they enter in the real world, they wouldn't be the lost, because they don't make decision in their own. Parents can allow to do some task the children independently. That consequently in the future it helps improve the sense of responsibility and okay. At the end of my speech, I want to say that parents should support and find out the solution for the problems of the children that consequently helps both sides and create a close relationship between them and their children. Thank you.